Hello and welcome to CarShield Collegiate League TV. Beautiful Thursday afternoon for baseball. Shane Holsey, Cam Thomas with you here on the CarShield Collegiate League television here on YouTube. Glad to bring you all the action all summer long. Another triple header here today. This first game at just afternoon Central Time. Cornbelters and the Cavemen. We'll lead you through the lineup. For the first place, Cornbelters coming in at 12, 8, and 2. DJ Schmidt, the left fielder, leads things off. Tate Matheny is a designated hitter. He hits second. Jake Berger, the third baseman, hits third. Brett Pearson is in center field. He hits fourth. Josh Cook, the catcher, hits fifth. Will Menendez is at first base this afternoon. He hits sixth. Desmond Woods, the right fielder, hits seventh. Drew Mize, the shortstop, hits eighth. And Spencer Nivens is at second base. He rounds out the order, and completing his warm-up tosses, the starting pitcher for the Cavemen out of the University of Missouri, the two-way athlete Seth Halverson. An interesting note on Halverson, he was just finishing his warm-ups even after the national anthem, so we'll see if there's any fatigue. And he just put his jersey on about 5 minutes ago. He's still warming up in the bullpen as the teams are just about ready to play, so we'll see if the right-hander is ready to go. He'll face DJ Schmidt, Tate Matheny, and Jake Berger here in the first inning at 12:04 Central Time. The first pitch from Seth Halverson is a called strike, and we are underway. 77 degrees at first pitch, an absolutely pristine day for baseball. Let's play three. The first one is underway. 1 ball, 1 strike as that pitch misses up and away. Halverson making his fifth start on the mound. He'll hit for himself as well. He's hitting third in the order. Comes in with an ERA at 4.2, 18 strikeouts, and 9 walks in 10 innings of work. That pitch gets away. 2 balls, 1 strike. 10 hits, 6 earned runs surrendered for Halverson, an 0-1 record. The 2-1 to DJ Schmidt is chopped down the third base line and foul past Andy Bunton. Take you around the horn for the Cavemen. Mitch Daniels is in left field. Danny Sperling in center. Mark Schauenberger is in right field. Andy Bunton at third base, Brendan Claus at short, Colin Turnbow at second, Luke Mann at first, and Chase Gibson catching Seth Halverson. 2 balls and 2 strikes to DJ Schmidt, hitting in the leadoff spot. The pesky Missouri Baptist Spartan has worked the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he swings and misses. That's how things get underway as Halverson blows a mid-90s fastball right by him. So Schmidt is retired for out number 1. And that brings in the designated hitter this afternoon, Tate Matheny. Wearing number 22 here this afternoon instead of the usual 24. Check swing and a ball. Did not go.
Matheny trying some stuff to stay occupied at home. Decided to make a Twitch stream last night. So Red Sox fans were all over his Twitch stream on Twitter.
So now we got a couple Twitch streamers on this Cornbelters ball club with Matheny and Nate Green.
Well, these guys love to play baseball, but they got to find an outlet outside the ballpark sometimes. And when you're stuck in the house due to COVID-19, what else can you do?
Got to do what you got to do. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, you kind of wonder, throughout this league as well, how much, Matheny may get a chance to talk to Pops across I-70 in Kansas City. 2 varying schedules right now with Matheny playing every day and Dad coaching the big league club.
That pitch gets away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tate used to that sort of predicament, I guess you could call it, but when Matheny was managing for the Cardinals, he was a little bit closer and probably a little easier to get a hold of him as he pops that one up on the infield. Matheny doesn't know where it is, but the second baseman, Colin Turnbow, does, and he puts it away for the second out.
And the wind is whipping just a little bit here today. A little bit of a breeze flying out to dead center, so that ball kind of looked like it was going to be foul, and that's where Matheny thought he just fouled it off and got a piece of it, and instead traces back into foul territory.
So the first 2 have been retired by Seth Halverson, and that brings in the third baseman, Jake Berger. Fastball right down the middle for a called strike. Halverson has touched as high as 96 off the mound. Living in the low 90s here this afternoon. The 0-1 is in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pretty interesting to be able to see Halverson throw as much as he is this summer in the Car Shield Collegiate League. Not something he did all that much this spring at the University of Missouri. Actually didn't even get on the mound for the Tigers. Was just used as a pinch hitter in his redshirt freshman year.
Did some pitching before taking a medical redshirt in his true freshman campaign. Not just a few innings, nothing too stretched out or by any stretch of the imagination, as that pitch misses inside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And you always have to wonder, too, what if COVID-19 doesn't shorten their season? Down the road, does he get a shot? Because they were only about a month into the season.
2 balls, 1 strike. The offering to Berger is hit into left field. Mitch Daniels will make the catch. Berger caught it off the end of the bat just a little bit. A 1-2-3 inning for Seth Halverson to get things started. Nice first inning for him. He settles in. And we head to the bottom of the first. No score here on Car Shield Collegiate League TV. Danny Sperling, Luke Mann, and Seth Halverson will get started for the Cavemen in the bottom half of the first, and Danny Sperling pops up the first pitch for Ben Kowalski. Drifting into foul territory, Jake Berger at third base makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Mr. Kowalski. We take you through the lineup for the Cavemen. Danny Sperling just led off with a pop out. Luke Mann, Seth Halverson, Mark Schauenberger, Mitch Daniels, Chase Gibson, Andy Bunton, Brendan Claus, and Colin Turnbow facing Ben Kowalski out of Division III Webster here in St. Louis. Making his 4th start, 19 2/3 innings so far for him. 19 strikeouts, 11 walks, ERA in the mid-3s at 3.56. So it's been a solid summer so far for Mr. Kowalski. Works out of the stretch to Luke Mann. For first pitch misses up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The last time we saw Kowalski pitched an inning against the Falcons back on Saturday, inning of relief. Making his 4th start, 8th appearance overall. He has faced the Cavemen twice so far this summer. Back on July 1st and on July 6th. Here on August 6th, getting the start. 1 ball, 1 strike offering to Mann has popped up and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thank you for joining us here on YouTube, Car Shield Collegiate League TV. Shane Holsey, Cam Thomas, Charlie Bornoff on the production. 3 ball games today. The Eagles Gyms at 5:30. Falcon Suits in the nightcap. We'll have news stream for you then. But for now, Cornbelters Cavemen scoreless in the bottom of the first. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. The first 2 are retired in the bottom of the first for Kowalski.
You know, you have these lulls as a hitter because, of course, hitting a baseball is a very hard thing. Talked about that a little bit yesterday. And man, you know, since Monday, just hasn't looked like himself, not identifying pitches early. You know, when man is really on, he's going to be driving the ball to right center. And right now, he just looks in flux.
Kowalski gets him swinging on the breaking ball. And now Seth Halverson with 2 away. First pitch swinging, fouls it off, and a piece of turf on the mound comes up as Kowalski hits the deck. That's not ideal.
What was the national championship game? The turf guy? We need the turf guy out.
Oh, yeah.
Came in with all the pellets and got the Velcro back together, and just like that, the game could go on.
Somebody get that guy on the line. No balls, 1 strike to Halverson. The pitch outside. And just like that, we see something, at least on a baseball field, we've never seen. You never know when you come to the ballpark or watch a ball game what you're going to see. You see something new every time. And there's case number 1 here this afternoon. 2 balls, 1 strike to Halverson as that pitch misses up and in.
What about Halverson having a chance right here to do it yourself, right? Get yourself on the board and then try to back it up on the mound with your arm. Not too many guys get that opportunity.
He's about the only one that I can recall in this league that when he pitches actually hits for himself. I can't recall any other starting pitcher that's done that this summer.
I've seen his Mizzou teammate Luke Mann do it before at the collegiate level, but not sure that he has this summer.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The offering is in the dirt.
It's a hard thing to do because a lot of pitchers, you know, they have their routines, what they want to do when they're not on the mound, you know, how they relax in between innings, and adding the element of being a hitter just brings another level of focus that you have to combat with.
He works it full, and the offering is hit down the left field line. That is hooking and foul, not a play.
And that's one of the reasons why Seth Halverson is allowed to hit for himself, because the pop in that lumber that he's got, that ball's just 6-7 feet to the left of the foul pole. If he waits on that just a little bit more and isn't out in front, that's a big fly.
He caught it just off the end of the bat just a little bit and yanked it foul. Like you said, if he catches that on the sweet spot, we might have a 1-0 ball game. He's got another chance to do it here, though. Count stays full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The smooth swing of Seth Halverson. The 3-2. Check swing and a foul ball. Well, he just rocks the hands back and forth, and just the hands just fly through the zone. He's got a full count here. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up from Ben Kowalski. Here it comes. Breaking ball got away from him, and a 2-out walk for Halverson. He works an 8-pitch at-bat and gets on base now for Mark Schallenberger.
Yeah, Markey had a good day yesterday. Had a single, got a chance to get on the bags, and then interesting enough was pulled later in the game for Chase Stevens to come on the mound. So Markey's got a little extra fire in him today.
Halverson takes off. The throw down from Cook is not in time. A stolen base for Halverson, brought to you by the O'Fallon Family YMCA, the Y for healthy living, youth development, and social responsibility. Halverson swipes second base. Give him now 15 stolen bases and 16 tries this summer.
And now you got an RBI opportunity for a guy who is back locked in the last couple of days at the plate, taking some good ABs, and this is kind of the trend you see when a guy gets ready to break out.
0-1 the count on Schallenberger. The pitch from Kowalski. Chop foul. 0-2. The umpires for today's ball game: Trevor Daniger behind the plate. Preston Childers is in the field. No balls, 2 strikes. On Mark Schauenberger, runner in scoring position, Seth Halverson after the stolen bag. And he gets way off second base, doesn't go, a swing and a miss by Schauenberger, and he snaps the bat in two. Couple of strikeouts for Kowalski in the inning. We're through a scoreless first. We head to the second. 0-0 between the Cornbelters and the Cavemen on Car Shield Collegiate League TV. Brett Pearson leads things off here in the second for the Cornbelters. A 1-2-3 first for Seth Halverson. He's back out there in the second inning. That fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. We'll take this time to thank our proud sponsor, Interco Recycling. They've been recycling non-ferrous industrial metals, batteries, computers, and electronics since 1996. A 1-0 pitch coming from Seth Halverson to the switch hitting Brett Pearson. Check swing up and away. So if your company has large amounts of scrap metals, batteries, computers, or electronics to recycle, give Interco a call, 1-877-258-3601, or head to itcscrap.com. They'll handle it all at their 400,000 square foot facility on the Illinois side of downtown St. Louis. The 2-0, breaking ball win their first strike. That's 1-877-258-3601 or itcscrap.com. Interco Recycling, a Metaltronics recycler since 1996. The 2-1 to Pearson. Swing and a miss, fooled him on the breaking ball.
Thought Halverson may be a little fatigued just because he was late into his warm-up pitches to start the ballgame, but he's looked pretty sharp.
He's looked locked in these first few hitters. 1-2-3 first. 2-2 count here to Pearson. That pitch missed.
It was pretty locked in at the plate in that at bat where he worked 8-9 pitch walk. And he's got 2-3 pitches working well right now.
Full count offering to Pearson is outside. So Pearson works a leadoff walk here in the second. And that brings in the catcher, Josh Cook. So Halverson will have to work around a leadoff walk. An even 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio for Halverson coming into play. And in steps Josh Cook, the backstop here this afternoon, playing his 14th ball game of the summer. 225 hitter coming into play. Home run, 5 RBIs, couple of runs scored, and a double. In 40 at-bats, 45 plate appearances. The 0-1 from Halverson, breaking ball up and in. Josh Cook out of St. Charles Community College, Winfield High School. 1-1 the count. The offering from Halverson is chopped to first, and Luke Mann will scoop that up foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cook. Facing Halverson, working from the stretch for the first time this afternoon. 1-2 the count. Nobody out. Leadoff walk for Pearson. That's walk number 8 for him in 42 plate appearances. He takes off. The pitch is outside. The throw down is not in time. Stolen base for Pearson. Brought to you by the O'Fallon Family YMCA, the Y for healthy living, youth development, and social responsibility.
Here, see both of these catchers tested a little bit today. We saw it in the last inning with the Cornbelters trying to get some movement on the base pass, and you see the the Cavemen did it last inning. Now the Cornbelters are running around the base pass a little bit. So both these catchers and Gibson going to have to be smart about the way that they attack things.
That 2-2 pitch got away from Halverson, and back-to-back base runners to start the inning. Second stolen base for Pearson, bases for the Cornbelters in this, their 23rd ball game. So now the owner of one of the bigger swings in the ball games yesterday, Will Menendez, a grand slam, had a double as well, moved up in the order to 6. He was a designated hitter yesterday, hitting 8th. Moved up to 6th, playing first base here this afternoon. He hits with a couple runners on base after a walk and a hit by pitch. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Halverson, down and away. 1-1. Menendez, that was his first home run of the summer yesterday. He's driven in 6, scored 3 runs, couple of doubles. This is his 13th ball game. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pearson on second, Cook on first. The 2-1. Inside, Halverson struggling to find the command here in the second inning. So after tossing his warm-up pitches in the bullpen right up until game time, worked a 1-2-3 first. Now struggling to find it here in the second. The 3-1. Down low, he walked him. Couple of walks and a hit by pitch have loaded the bases.
Different Seth Halverson than we saw in inning number 1. And you know that Halverson's probably not thinking about, what these guys have done the last couple of days. I don't think that he was trying to pitch around Will Menendez. Menendez, hit that big fly yesterday, got a grand slam to push the Cornbelters forward to a victory. But you got to think here that Halverson is just trying to find his footing, and at times it can be tough, as we've talked about, being a hitter and a pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
And you wonder, his last at-bat was in the middle of the last inning. He was left on the bags. Then he has to come to the dugout, grab his glove, get on the mound, and hurry up and change the script. You wonder if, that last at-bat kind of gets you off kilter.
And he stole a base as well, so he didn't have much time to cool down and get rested in between innings. He was hitting third and stole a base and was active on the base pass, so didn't really get much time to rest. You wonder if that might be playing a factor here in the second inning. Couple of walks and a hit by pitch. Desmond Woods in an 0-1 count, now 1-1. Woods 6 runs driven in on the summer so far. Big RBI spot here. And he's going to get at least 1 as he smacks that one to right center. Schauenberger goes back and makes the catch. As he caught it and tossed it to the center fielder Sperling, but a sac fly for Desmond Woods. RBI number 7 for him on the summer. Drives in the first run of the game, 1-0 Cornbelters. Yeah,
one of the reasons, and most people probably thought that it was a joke, but you saw Markey in right field warming up, just throwing the ball right-handed. Well, Markey's left-handed, and one of the reasons why he's been DHing is because he's been working through some arm problems. So he caught that ball, was trying to give it to the center fielder to throw it in.
That pitch gets away from Gibson with Drew Mize in the box, and now a couple runners in scoring position again. RBI chance here for the younger of the Mize brothers, Drew Mize playing shortstop. Manning the left side of that infield with Jake Berger. Drew's brother Carter getting the day off here this afternoon. Cavemen bring the infield in with 1 out. Called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mize, a 244 hitter coming into play, slugging just under 380. The owner of a home run and a couple runs driven in. He scored 8 runs. He sprays that one foul. Last week, he and his brother Drew went back-to-back opposite field home runs. Cool moment for the Mize brothers.
Infield playing in, trying to cut down the potential second run at the plate.
The 1-2 from Halverson, up and away.
And that's important because most folks might think, well, it's a second inning. Why do I have, my infield drawn in to try to cut off that run at the plate? Well, it's a 7-inning ball game, and every single run matters when things get tight.
The 2-2 is up and in, and I've always wondered why teams don't bring the infield in more. I mean, runs are at such
They're a
premium.
Yeah.
You want to prevent them as much as possible, so no problem with this in the second inning, especially in a 7-inning ball game. That just magnifies it even more. The full count offering to Drew Mize, swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Halverson, his second of the ball game.
Good job by Halverson working back against Mize, who was throughout that at-bat seeing the ball pretty well, fouled off a couple of pitches, but then Halverson comes back and attacks him. Great job to work back. Now he's got to try to keep the Cornbelters at bay with Niven.
And now they can put the infield back with Spencer Nivens at the plate. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt, blocked nicely by Chase Gibson. So Nivens is responsible for extending this inning and trying to get the top of the order to the plate in this inning. And that's hit out to second, and Colin Turnbow smothers it, tosses on to first. Cornbelters strained a couple, but Desmond Woods drives in a run with a sac fly to right field. 1-0 Cornbelters as we head to the bottom of the second inning here on Car Shield Collegiate League TV. Mitch Daniels, Chase Gibson, Andy Bunton, 5-6-7 for the Cavemen against Ben Kowalski, who's now working with a 1-0 lead after the sac fly by Desi Woods. And Mitch Daniels looks at a ball upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Haven't had a chance to take you around the horn for the Cornbelters. We'll do it right now. DJ Schmidt in left field, Brett Pearson in center, Woods in right field, Jake Berger at third, Drew Mize at short, Spencer Nivens at second, Will Menendez at first base, and Josh Cook catching Ben Kowalski. 2 balls, no strikes to Mitch Daniels playing left field. Webster against Webster right here. Gorlock against Gorlock. Kowalski against Daniels. The 2-0 is popped up and foul right over our heads. Absolutely beautiful day here at Carshield Field. Temperatures in the upper 70s. We've been absolutely blessed this week with some fantastic weather. Got down in the low 60s by the end of the game last night. Actually got a little chilly. 2 balls and 1 strike to Daniels. That's upstairs. Daniels so far in the summer, 264 hitter. A double and a triple, 5 runs driven in, 6 runs scored. The 3-1 from Kowalski is popped up on the third base line. That's going to stay in play. Jake Berger in foul territory makes the catch, 1 away. So Kowalski gets the better of his Webster teammate Daniels for the first out. And we're going to have a pinch hitter for Chase Gibson. Caden Deal is going to hit for him. So before Gibson can even get in that bat, we already have a pinch hitter. Hope everything's okay with Gibson.
Yeah, didn't make all that great of a throw down to second base on the steal attempt last inning, so you wonder if it has something to do with that. Also got to remember that Gibson has been gone for a few days from the team, so maybe it has something to do with that as well. We don't know. We get more information, we'll get it to you.
Absolutely. So Deal, for all intents and purposes, will handle the catching duties from here on out as he swings through that pitch for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Caden Deal hitting just over 200 at 205, getting on base about 33% of the time. He's done more catching as of late as he loops that one into left field, and that falls in front of DJ Schmidt for a base hit. So Deal comes off the bench and picks up the first hit of the ball game for the Cavemen. I hope everything is okay with Chase Gibson. If we find out more, we'll certainly let you know. But Andy Bunton will now hit with a runner on first base and 1 away after the base hit by Deal, the first of the ball game for the Cavemen's second base runner. Halverson reached on a walk back in the first, and now back-to-back base hits. Andy Bunton swinging at the first pitch, and that gets past Desmond Woods in right field, and the runners will advance. So a base hit and an E9 and a couple runners in scoring position now. Woods just took his eye off that baseball, and it just scooted right under his glove. So now the runners move up. Brendan Claus will hit with runners on second and third. So base hit for Bunton. And now Josh Cook and Ben Kowalski will get the sign straightened out here, the runner on second base. A quick chat out there. Cook will head back to his perch behind home plate. And Kowalski will have to deal with a couple runners in scoring position. Kowalski will work from the stretch. Brendan Claus digs in. Bunton on second, Deal on third. Couple of base hits. The first pitch is in the dirt as Cook loses the glove but blocks the baseball. First error of the ball game for either squad. A swing and a miss for Claus for Woods. That's his first error of the summer. 1 ball, 1 strike to Brendan Claus. Cornbelters bring the infield in. The 1-1 from Kowalski. That's chopped foul. Cornbelters wearing their green jerseys with the yellow pants. Yellow hats with the green bill. Cavemen with the black and yellow stripes across the jersey. Top half black. The 1-2 is upstairs. Count goes even at 2-2 to the Harris Stowe Hornet, Brendan Claus.
Big slump this summer for Claus. Would love to break out of it, put a couple runners at the dish.
This will be a big time for him to come through. The 2-2 just a bit outside. Kowalski wanted it.
Great patience there from Klaus. That one was a pitch borderline 50-50, but it was off the plate, so good job by Klaus having some discipline here.
Trusted his eye and took it for ball 3 rather. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The offering from Kowalski is outside, so the bases are loaded. Nice play by Cook to snag that, keep it from going to the backstop. So now the force in order at any base, and the middle infield will play about more of a hybrid defense, not all the way back, not all the way in. Bases loaded now for Colin Turnbow. The 9th place hitter trying to come through with the bases loaded, 1 away against Kowalski. A couple of base hits and a walk have loaded the bases. 1 ball, no strikes. Colin Turnbow, the owner of 1 home run on the summer, 4 runs driven in. That home run came against these Cornbelters on the first day of the season. That's a called strike. Turnbow has scored 16 runs, which is good for second on the ball club, 256 hitter. He's walked 15 times in 61 plate appearances. Patient hitter at the plate. 475 on base percentage. Perfect guy to have in your 9 spot in the order. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bases loaded, 1 away. Base hits by Deal and Bunton, a walk to Brendan Claus. Now 3-1. Kowalski trying to avoid walking in the first run of the game for the Cavemen. Time call at the plate. The 3-1 from Ben Kowalski. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there. Got Turnbow to swing through it, and now Kowalski's right back in this count. Bases full of Cavemen, nowhere to put Turnbow. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 away. The full count delivery. Down low, he walked him. Back-to-back walks. After a couple of base hits that brought in the first run of the game for the Cavemen, we're all tied up in 1, and Mike Berger will have a chat with Kowalski. Mike Berger, Jake Berger's father, serving as the manager for the Cornbelters for the remainder of this season, as Joey Hawkins was called up to the taxi squad for the St. Louis Cardinals to be a coach at their alternatives training site. So Mr. Berger will handle the managerial duties for the rest of the summer. Just a little over a week remaining. We play through next Friday, August 14th. We had a busy week next week. The 10th through the 14th, 3 games every single day. Here on a Thursday, August 6th, here from O'Fallon, Missouri, Car Shield Field, tie ball game. 1-1 the score after Kowalski walks in a run. Check swing on the first pitch by Danny Sperling did not go.
Go hold up there by Danny.
So Caden Deal comes off the bench and picks up a base hit and then scores the first run. Bunton at third, Claus at second, Turnbow at first. The 1-0 to Sperling, fouled out of play. So Sperling gets his second plate appearance as we play here in the second inning, 1 away, bases loaded. 2 hits and a couple of walks in the inning. Sperling getting on base at a 465 clip coming into play. Hitting out of the leadoff spot, playing center field. And he loops that one into shallow left. That one's going to fall for a base hit. At least 1 run's going to score. And the Cavemen go station to station, RBI base hit for Sperling. Give him 4 RBIs on the summer, and the Cavemen lead it 2-1. Bunton comes across to score to give the Cavemen the lead, so now 3 hits in the inning. And Sperling's now 1 for 2. And now the bases stay loaded for the dangerous Luke Mann. 6 home runs, 18 driven in, a team-high 20 runs scored for Mann. Big swing and a miss on the first pitch. He struck out swinging against Kowalski back in the first. So Bunton scores his 4th run. Sperling drives in his 4th run, and the Cavemen lead it 2-1 here in the 2nd. The 0-1. Blocked by Cook as Claus fell down between 3rd and home. He's going to try to score, and they have him in a rundown. And Cook will slap the tag on him, but the runners do advance as Claus just lost his footing between 3rd and home as he tried to get back. And it was too little too late as he's tagged out between 3rd and home for the 2nd out.
Yeah, that tough play right there for the runner, and you hate that because, you know, he just lost his footing, and it wasn't like one of those things where he made a not-so-smart play. He just got caught in the middle, and it's just tough when you got a big hitter and Luke Mann at the plate and the bases were juiced. Now you still got an opportunity to cash in, though.
Still got a couple runners in scoring position. Good base running by the 2 other runners to move up as Mann skies that one into left. DJ Schmidt is under it, and he puts it away. The Cavemen take the lead on a 3 base hits, couple of walks. RBIs for Turnbow and Sperling. We head to the 3rd. Cam will tell you about the middle innings. 2-1 Cavemen through 2 here on Car Shield Collegiate League TV.
Welcome back to Car Shield Field here in O'Fallon, Missouri. Cornbelters and the Cavemen here in game number 1 of what will be a triple header. We've got all 6 teams in the Car Shield Collegiate League in action today. Top of the order due up for the Cornbelters as they trail by a score of 2-1. The home squad, Cavemen, were able to plate 2 runs last inning. Seth Halverson in his 3rd inning of work. Here's the first offering to the left-handed DJ Schmidt outside for ball 1. DJ's 0 for 1 today, struck out swinging back in the 1st. Seth has had some control issues but settled down throughout some different times. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Grounded to the second baseman, fielded cleanly onto first in time for out number 1. So 2 pitches, 1 out. Here in the top of the 3rd, brings in the designated hitter, Tate Matheny. Matheny's 0 for 1 today, popped up back in the 4th, but Matheny at the top of that leaderboard here in the Car Shield Collegiate League as far as a hitter. First offering to him. Swing and a miss on a big fastball outside corner for strike 1. Of course, Matheny, a member of the Red Sox organization, got some time with Pawtucket AAA squad this year. Here's the 0-1. Fastball outside corner, switched him up, and Matheny wasn't expecting the off-speed. So now no balls and 2 strikes to the Cornbelters' designated hitter. Big bats in the middle of this Cornbelters order. Here's the 0-2. Big swing and a hack, struck him out. Tate Matheny sat down on strikes for the first time today. 2 outs on the board, brings in Jake Berger. Berger starting to turn things around here in the Car Shield Collegiate League. A .389 average now. for Jake Berger, Chicago White Sox prospect, seeing his first action this summer. Here's the pitch. Swinging a tapper right side, and first action in a while for Jake Berger playing here in the Car Shield Collegiate League, as he was hurt in 2018, hurt in 2019. He's a draft pick back in 2017 of the Chicago White Sox. Former first-round pick was Berger. Here's the 0-1. Curveball inside corner, missed low and inside for ball one. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball's driven into center field. Coming on Spearling. He'll make the catch in straightaway center field for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for Seth Halverson here in the top of the third. We move to the bottom half of the inning. Cornbelters lead, or trail rather, 2-1. We're back in a moment. It's Car Shield Collegiate League Baseball on the Car Shield Collegiate League Radio Network. Seth Halverson followed by Mark Schallenberger and Mitch Daniels due up in the Caveman order here in the bottom of the third inning. As Ben Kowalski works in his third inning of work, Seth Halverson, the designated hitter and hurler today for the Cavemen, digs in from the right side. Kowalski works from the stretch. Here's the first offering. Off-speed pitch misses up and away, ball one. Halverson walked back in the first, stole a bag, but was left on the base pass after Mark Schallenberger struck out to end the inning. Here's the 1-0. Fastball up and in towards the letters of Halverson for ball two. A 2-1 lead for the Caveman over the Cornbelters. Here's the 2-0. Inside, called strike number 1 by home plate umpire Trevor Daniger. Your field umpire today down the first base line, Preston Childers. Infield playing big, no outs here in the bottom of the third. 2-1 count to the DH and pitcher today, Seth Halverson. Here's the pitch. Inside curveball, miss from Kowalski, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike on the count. Mark Schallenberger awaits on deck. He's 0 for 1 today. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the kick, now the deal. Fastball missed inside. Second walk of the afternoon for Seth Halverson. Patient on the plate. Looked good on the mound. So both sides of the game working well today for Seth Halverson. We'll bring in the left-handed Mark Schallenberger. Schallenberger is 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging on a high fastball from Kowalski back in the first. Schallenberger digs in from the left side. Kowalski will step off the rubber and check back first, but no throw as Halverson was there with ease. Defensive alignment, Menendez at first, Niven at second, Mize at short, Berger at third. Outfield left to right, Schmidt in left, Pearson in center, Woods in right. Kowalski's on the hill, Cook behind the dish. Outfield is straight away. Woods about 2 steps in front of the big monster in right. Here's the pitch, taken off for seconds. Halverson swing, and this one's tapped down the right field line, but foul out of play. Mark being aggressive early and often in this count. Saw the aggression from him in the first at-bat. 3 straight swings and misses from Mark Schallenberger. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch from Kowalski. Outside off the plate for ball 1. Ball 2, or ball 1. 1-1 the count now. Pinched up the middle is a shortstop. Mize. Niven about even in that 4-hole. Kowalski waits as he's set. Now we'll check back. Halverson will slide back to first safely. Kowalski's Webster Gorlock teammate Mitch Daniels awaits on deck. As Jake Berger at third now takes a couple of steps to his left, so he's almost in the 6-hole. Shortstop is a couple of steps from the second base bag. Here's the pitch. Halverson off for second. Delayed throw from Cook behind the plate, and Halverson's there with ease. Stolen bag on the delayed steal. So now a runner in scoring position for the second time today for Mark Schallenberger. 2-1 the count to the Cavemen right fielder. Trying to cash in here is Schallenberger. Here's the pitch from Kowalski. Curveball outside corner, called strike number 2. So now with 2 strikes, Schallenberger is going to have to protect. The count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kowalski looks into Cook, grabs the sign. Here's the set. Now the pitch. Swing and a line drive down the left field line. Out of play, foul into the tenths down the left field line here at Carshield Field. Dimensions at Carshield Field, 299 down the right field line, 325 to right center, 354 to left center, and about 330 down the left field line. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Mark Schallenberger. Here's the pitch. Curveball outside corner, got him looking. Same spot where that second strike hit, and Schallenberger sits down on strikes for time number 2 today. This time looking.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Go right back there. You got the strike the last time. Throw that pitch again, see if you can't get the same call.
So in steps the left fielder, Mitch Daniels. He'll dig in from the right side. Daniels popped up to Berger back in the second for the first out of that inning. Runner on second, 1 out, bottom 3. Halverson dancing around in the base pass at second. And now Kowalski will check him back, but Halverson knew what game he was playing. He was back to second base either way. First pitch on its way to Daniels. Halverson takes off for third. The pitch is driven into left field. Caught on a line by the left fielder. Throw back to second. He will double him off. What can you do there? The runner was going. It was a hit and run, and it happens. So no runs on no hits, no errors here in this inning for the Cornbelters in the field. We move to the top of the 4th inning. Cavemen hanging on to a 2-1 lead here at Carshield Field. You're listening to Carshield Collegiate League Baseball on the Carshield Collegiate League Radio Network and CCL TV. Welcome back to Carshield Field here in O'Fallon, Missouri. It's a 2-1 lead for the Cavemen over the Cornbelters. We move to the top of the fourth. It's Brett Pearson, Josh Cook, and Will Menendez due up this inning for the Cornbelters, who trail by just 1 run. Seth Halverson delivers the first pitch to the lefty Pearson outside for ball 1. Pearson today walked back in the second and scored the lone run on the board for the Cornbelters. 1-0 pitch misses outside for ball 2. Second inning was the only inning that Seth Halverson had trouble. 2-0 misses outside. 3 balls and no strikes now to the left-handed Pearson. Halverson in the first inning, 3 up, 3 down. Third inning, 3 up, 3 down. Here's the 3-0. Fastball missed low and a leadoff walk for Brett Pearson. And that's the same way that Pearson started his inning back in the second.
And it's a similar situation, too. Halverson having just gotten on base, having just hit last inning, stole a base, and here we go again. Can he recover a little bit quicker this time? That's the only run the Cornbelters have scored was that inning.
Brings in Josh Cook, who swings at the first pitch he sees, taps it down the left field line, but it's foul, out of play. Cook was hit by a pitch, but was left on the bags. Will Menendez waits on deck. Runner on first base, 0-1 now the count to the Cornbelters catcher. Here comes the pitch, taken off for seconds, the runner from first. Swinging a tap foul on the batted ball. So Pearson will have to head back to first. 0-2 now the count to Josh Cook. Great day for baseball here at Carshield Field. The sun is out. Nice breeze to knock the sweat off of you, and baseball's being played. Here's the 0-2. Fastball low, stuck by Deal behind the plate, but it was too low, said home plate umpire Trevor Daniger. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the count. No outs in the top of the fourth. A 2-1 lead for the Cavemen over the Cornbelters. Here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive, foul over the concourse and right, out of play. Will Menendez awaits on deck. He had some big-time power yesterday. Hit a grand slam over that left field wall into left center at about 360. One ball, 2 strikes. The count to Cook. Here's the pitch from Halverson. Pearson taking off for second. Pitch is lined down the left field line, but yet again, foul. So Cook trying to battle in this at-bat here. And Halverson would love his 4th strikeout of the day. We'll see if he can get it done. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swinging a tapper to the second baseman. Could be 2. On to short for 1. On to first. In time for 4-6-3 double play.
Well, that's as smooth and as easy as they come. Nice little soft ground ball for Turnbow, but hit hard enough to where you can turn 2. You're not going to get a tricky hop on this turf. You're going to get a true hop. Easy play there for Turnbow, and a nice turn out there for Claus. If you notice, Claus didn't necessarily throw it as hard as he could, didn't necessarily put as much on it as he probably could have, but he really did need to. Nice and easy.
Brings in Will Menendez, takes a first pitch fastball, outer third, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Curveball inside, caught the inside corner at 84 miles an hour for strike number 2. 0-2's fouled over the right field line, out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Halverson. Curveball's driven into left field. It'll drop down in front of Daniels, a base hit. So Will Menendez continues his hot streak. He's 1 for 1 today with a walk. Seeing the baseball really well.
Seeing it very well. Driving the baseball. Picks up a nice base hit there. A couple extra base hits for him in the last ball game and continues the hot hitting here.
Brings in Desmond Woods. Takes the first pitch, fastball, low and away, ball 1. Runner on first, 2 outs, 1-0 the count to the Cornbelters right fielder. Here's the pitch. Swing and a tapper to the shortstop. He'll field it on a hot pull Kloss. Throw over to Turnbow at second for out number 3. So no runs on a base hit, no errors in the field by the Cavemen. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Cavemen over the Cornbelters. We're back in a moment. It's Car Show Collegiate League Baseball on the CCL Radio Network and CCL TV. Welcome back to Carshield Field here in O'Fallon, Missouri. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Cornbelters go to the field. Cavemen come to the dish. They'll have 6, 7, 8 due up in their order. Caden Deal followed by Andy Button and Brendan Klaus. Caden Deal entered this game as a pinch hitter back in the 2nd. Let things off with a single. Later scored the first run of the ball game. First offering to him. Curveball outside corner called strike. Ben Kowalski working in to his 4th inning of work. Has just rendered a couple of base hits and 2 runs to the Cavemen today. Here's the pitch. Inside pitch is flown up on the right side of the infield, giving Chase Menendez, but it'll get out of play into the seats. Foul. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Caden Deal. Deal came in for Chase Gibson, who started this game behind the plate for the Cavemen. But on the one throw he had down to second base for Gibson, didn't look all that comfortable, and it sailed into center field. Here's the 0-2 to Deal. Up and away. Waste pitch there from Kowalski for ball 1. Andy Button, starting third baseman today for the Cavemen, awaits on deck. Kowalski sets on the hill. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch in the dirt. Throw down to first for the drop third strike in time for out number 1. So Caden Deal strikes out to start the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring in Andy Bunton, the third baseman today. He singled, advanced on an error to second, later scored on the base hit from Danny Spearling. 1 out, no on, bottom 4. Here's the first offering to Bunton in the dirt, bounced to Cook behind the plate for ball 1. Don't forget, folks, we've got all 6 teams in the Carshield Collegiate League in action today. Here's the 1-0. Fastball is driven right back up the box. C&I single right back up the middle. Andy Bunton stayed back on a fastball. Through the hands, got the barrel right on it, and right back up the box for a 1-out single.
I love Andy Bunton's approach at the plate. Short, simple swing, and just love him at the bottom of this lineup, even at the top, bottom, wherever he is. He just finds a way to get on base.
Brings in the shortstop today, Brendan Klaus. Walked and was later thrown out at third, and what went in the books is 2.52. His footing got caught in the turf as he was trying to dance around between third and home and fell to the ground and was thrown out by the catcher. So he'll try to do something different this at-bat. 1-0 pitch outside and low, ball 2 from Kowalski. 1 runner on, 1 out, and 2-0 the count here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cavemen lead 2-1 over the Cornbelters. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch outside and low for ball. Wind is blowing just a little bit out to center. But overall, a nice, cool, quaint day. Here's the 3-0, right down mainstream, strike 1. Bunton grabs his lead off at first. Menendez, the first baseman, covering. Here's the pitch. Left upstairs, ball 4. And Brendan Klaus has back-to-back walks. So 2 base on balls today for Brendan Klaus. Will bring in the second baseman, Colin Turnbow. Turnbow walked and was left on the bags back in the second. The majority of this Cavemen lineup has either reached base or been successful against Kowalski today. Ball rolls on the field, so time will be called before the first pitch is delivered to Colin Turnbow. As I'm sure the fan hear the aesthetics here at CarShield Field, we do have fans in attendance, just 25% capacity. 2-1 pitch, sawed off foul by Turnbow. So 2 runners on the pond. Brendan Klaus at first, Andy Bunton at second. Ground ball could get Kowalski out of the inning. Here's the 0-1 to Turnbow, left upstairs at the eyes, ball 1. Berger taking a couple of steps back at third, deep into that 5-hole. Shortstop in Mize is pinched in for a double play ball. Here's the 1-1. Low and inside, ball 2. Love when you can hear the home plate umpire tell you where the pitch missed location-wise. Great job by Trevor Daniger behind the plate. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a hack from Turnbow on a fastball that he wasn't ready to be geared up for. So count runs even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2 runners on in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch missed outside, low, to run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Caveman second baseman today, Colin Turnbow. Already reached today on a walk. See if he can cash in here. Bunton taking off for third. Here's the pitch from Kowalski, and the pitch is fouled off and away.
That's just unfortunate there. And a 3-2 count. Turnbow's got to protect. Bunton had that. He was almost on third base by the time that ball got to home plate. That's just, and Turnbow's got to protect. You can't look at strike 3.
He did his job. He'll try to do it again. 7th pitch of the at-bat upcoming from Kowalski. Here's a 3-2. And Kowalski will check back Bunton at second as he was dancing and prancing around. Runner at first, runner at second. Here's the pitch. Low. Missed ball 4. And Andy Bunton's on with a walk. So Caden Deal led off the inning with a strikeout. Andy Bunton followed that up with a 1-out single. He now stands on third base. Brendan Klaus stands at second. He walked and just advanced to second on Turnbow's walk. And Turnbow walked as well, so he's at first. Rolls it back to the top of the order, Danny Spearling. He's 1 for 2 today. RBI single back in the second. First offering to him's grounded right up the box to the second baseman. He throws it to second for 1, on to first. In time. 4-6-3. Double play. Kowalski gets the ground ball he needed to get out of trouble here in the bottom of the 4th. We move to the top of the 5th inning. Cavemen still hanging on to a 2-1 lead over the Cornbelters here at CarShield Field in O'Fallon, Missouri. We're back in a moment. It's CarShield Collegiate League Baseball on the CCL Radio Network and CCL TV. 8-9-1 due up in the Cornbelters order. Hot shot right back up the box. Drew Mize for a base hit. Fastball was delivered right down mainstream by Halverson, and boy, was Drew Mize ready for it.
You think he was? First pitch swinging. Have a hack.
Brings in the second baseman, Spencer Niven. Digs in from the left side. First offering from Halverson. Slow tapper, right side of the infield. Halverson will field it second for one on to first. Not in time with the speedy runner, Spencer Niven. What a play there by Seth Halverson. Got to realize that's an athlete on the mound. He fields his position, takes a three-quarter arm slot, throw over to second base, but obviously not in time to get the runner at first. But heck of a play by Halverson just to get the lead runner.
And he was pouncing off that mound, pounced on that baseball, fired on a second. He's an athlete, can play anywhere on the field, made a nice play there. No chance you're going to double up Nivens with his speed. So nice job to get the lead runner.
So Nivens is on with the fielder's choice. Rolls it back to the top of the order, DJ Smith. Check back the runner at first. He's there with ease. Schmidt is 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the first, grounded out to the second baseman in the third. One out and a runner on first base. Cornbelters trailing 2-1. Top 5. Pitch is outside to DJ Smith, but on the corner of the plate for strike number 1. A little bit of a shift on here for Schmidt. Shortstop is just creeping towards the bag at second. Time called as Halverson was already into his motion to throw the pitch, and he just went ahead and fired it on away to Caden Deal behind the plate. It's one thing they always tell pitchers to do. If you're in the middle of your motion and time is called, just go ahead and throw the pitch. Don't want to create an injury. Here's the 0-1. Curveball outside corner. Stuck it to Deal behind the plate for strike 2. Boy, that's a good pitch.
Now he can go anywhere he wants. He went the fastball, then the breaking ball. Now he can go anywhere he wants.
0-2 on the way. Fastball missed outside for a ball. Really tough for left-handed hitters to identify that backdoor curveball from Halverson. We'll see if he goes with it again here. Fastball up and away. He went with the high cheese. Swung on and missed by DJ Schmidt for out number 2. 92 miles an hour on that fastball up and away from Halverson. Been sitting anywhere from 92 to 94 today. Kid's got some pop.
That's a loud fastball when it hits the catcher's glove.
Brings in Tate Matheny. Digs in from the right side with 1 runner on and 2 outs. First offering to him low inside towards the feet of Matheny for ball 1. Matheny's 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the third, popped up in the first. Here's the pitch. Bounced it low in the dirt, did Halverson for ball 2. You think 92, 94 against college hitters, you're getting blown away, but this guy, Tate Matheny, sees 92, 94 every day. Member of the Boston Red Sox organization. Here's a 2-0. Curveball inside corner called strike.
How about dropping that bad boy in on 2-0? Might go to it again.
Don't be afraid to pitch these guys backwards. Here's a 2-1. Swinging a tapper left side, but foul. Called foul at the plate.
He did go back to it again. Now, do you triple up on it or you try to run a fastball? I bet if he tries to throw a fastball here, this might be one of his hardest pitches of the day. 2
balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner on first base. And Tate Matheny trying to extend the inning. Halverson sets on the hill. Here's the pitch. Nivens taking off for second. Ball is in the dirt. Nivens rounding second hard. He's going to go to third. Deal with the throw. Not in time. And Button's able to keep it in front. But Nivens steals the bag to second. Takes third on the wild pitch.
And Halverson really ramped up on that fastball. That one was at 94, and he just overthrew it, spiked it in the dirt.
So now with a full count, Tate Matheny an opportunity to tie this ball game up in the top of the 5th. Working from the wind is Halverson. Here's the pitch. Just got a piece of it to Matheny to foul it back at the screen to stay alive. big part in the middle part of this ball game. 3-ball, 2-strike count, 2 outs and a runner on third for Tate Matheny. Here's the pitch from Halverson. Swinging a long drive down the left field line, but it gets out of play and foul. Boy, was that a smoker down the left field line. Matheny was just out in front of that pitch. So we'll reset. Halverson will work from the hill with Nivens being at third. 8th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Here it is. Swing and another foul back at the screen. Both these guys, true competitors in the essence of the word, and neither one's going to back down. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Curveball missed inside, almost tagged Matheny on the elbow, but he will take the walk. 9-pitch at bat for Matheny.
That was a heck of a battle right there, wasn't it? Halverson throwing 3 of his harder pitches of the day, tried to go with the breaking ball on 3-2. That one just got away from him. It's hard to throw 2 or 3 or 4 really good breaking balls in the same at bat.
And Halverson not out of trouble yet. Jake Berger digs in with runners at the corners and 2 outs. Berger 0 for 2 today. Flew out in the third, lined out in the first. Matheny takes the bag on the catcher's indifference. The pitch was a ball. Here's the 1-0. Fastball upstairs, missed. So runners were at the corners before the first pitch. Tate Matheny takes the bag on the catcher's indifference, and runners are now at second and third with 2 outs. Jake Berger at the plate. Here's the pitch from Halverson. Swing and a drive into left field. Down for a base hit. Nivens around third. He will score. Here comes Tate Matheny around third. He will score. 2 RBI base hit for Jake Berger here in the top of the 5th. And the Cornbelters take the lead 3-2. And here comes Will Bradley out of the dugout.
So the 2-out knocks can just be a backbreaker if you're in the field. And if you're at the plate and you get those 2-out RBIs, it almost feels like for every 2-out run you score, that's almost like 2 runs. It's just 1 run on the scoreboard, but it almost feels like 2 or 3 runs for every 2-out run you can scratch across. And big hit there for Berger, and just like that, 3-2 Cornbelters.
So we'll see a pitching change here for the Cavemen as they now have relinquished their lead. The Cornbelters lead 3-2 in the top of the 5th inning with 2 outs on the board. We're back in a moment on the CarShield Collegiate League Radio Network and CCL TV. It's a 3-2 lead for the Cornbelters over the Cavemen. Back in a bit. We're back on the CarShield Collegiate League Radio Network and CCL TV. It's Luke Mann to go from first to on the hill for the Cavemen, as Seth Halverson will move to first base. Mann, a dual player out of University of Missouri. He's already garnered a lot of attention by big league scouts. First pitch, grounded to the shortstop, fielded cleanly on to second for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out for Luke Mann. That's how good he is. You'll see even more of that in the 6th. Back in a moment as the Cornbelters have taken the lead over the Cavemen 3-2. It's CarShield Collegiate League Baseball on the CCL TV, CCL Radio Network. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning here at CarShield Field in O'Fallon, Missouri. Luke Mann due up for the Cavemen. It'll be 2-3-4 due up in the order this inning. Ben Kowalski moving into his 5th inning of work as his squad has just now taken the lead. So if he's able to get the Cavemen in order, he could be in line for the win. Luke Mann will dig in first. He's 0 for 2 at the plate today. Flew out in the second, struck out in the first. First offering to him from Kowalski. Up and away, ball 1. Seth Halverson awaits on deck. He was the pitcher for most of this game for the Cavemen. Pitched 4 2/3 innings. Gave way to Luke Mann, who finished the inning, last inning, 1 pitch, 1 out. 1-1 pitch, 1-0 pitch is fouled away to make the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. So it's a 3-2 lead over the Cornbelters. It was a 2 RBI single into left field by Jake Berger to score Tate Matheny and Spencer Niven. That allowed the Cornbelters to go on top for the first time today. 3-2, bottom 5. 1-1 count to Luke Mann. The pitch, low and inside, ball 2. Two balls and 2 strikes to count now to Luke Mann after he offers at the 2-1 to make it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Woods a couple of steps from the track and right. Big infield here with no outs on the board. Center fielder straight away, left fielder as well. Here's the pitch. 2-2, swung on and missed, curveball in the dirt for out number 1. So second time today that Luke Mann has struck out. Puts the first out on the board in the 5th and brings in Seth Halverson. Halverson will dig in from the right side. Reached base twice today already and has stolen 2 bags. Reached both bases with a base on balls. Here's the first pitch to him. Curveball swung on a miss outside corner, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to count now to Seth Halverson, Caveman first baseman now. Here's the pitch. Half swing from Halverson, and he did go around, said home plate umpire Trevor Daniger, who has looked really good behind the plate. Daniger has been consistent all night long. Here's the 0-2 from Kowalski. Inside fastball, low and inside for strike number 3. Back-to-back Ks for Mr. Kowalski, and he looks darn good here in the 5th.
And now pitching with the lead, pitching with a little swagger, facing the heart of this Caveman order, and to take care of Mann and Halverson back-to-back on strikeouts. How about it?
Brings in Mark Schallenberger from the left side. 2 outs in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, called strike. Great off-speed pitch. Backdoor curveball to the left-handed Schallenberger. 0-1 now the count. Bottom 5, 2 outs. No runners on for Markey. Here's the pitch. Half swing. Did he offer? No. Left it in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cavemen trying to claw their way back into this one. They trail by 1. Led this ball game by a score of 2-1 before the Cornbelters played it a couple runs in the top half of this 5th. 1-2 pitch is fouled up and away over the concourse and out of play. So we'll reset again. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the count to Mark Schallenberger. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high pop-up into right field. Spencer Nivens, the second baseman, going into shallow right. He'll track back and make the catch for out number 3. So no runs on no hits, 3 ups, 3 downs for Mr. Kowalski on the hill. He could be the winning pitcher. Shakes the hand of Mr. Berger as he goes into the dugout. Looks like his day's probably done. We'll move to the 6th inning. Shane's got the play-by-play the rest of the way. Cornbelters trail, or lead rather, 3-2. We're back in a moment. It's Car Show Collegiate League Baseball on the CCL Radio Network.
Josh Cook, Will Menendez, and Desmond Woods here in the top of the sixth. For the Cornbelters, they lead at 3-2. The first pitch from Luke Mann is a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Mann got Pearson on just 1 pitch. He got the final out of the fifth. Back out there for the sixth. The wind, the kick, and the delivery is a strike. At the knees on the outside black, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cook was hit by a pitch back in the second, hit into a 4-6-3 double play back in the fourth. And that's chopped to third and foul. So now 2 strikes on Cook. 0 for 1 here this afternoon. Cook, Menendez, and Woods. Menendez on deck has already reached base a couple of times. Grand slam yesterday did Menendez hit and also hit a double. And Cook skies that one into center field. Danny Sperling in the right center makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down for Mann here in the sixth. So Menendez steps in, runner on, no runners on, 1 away. Halverson worked 4 2/3, 4 strikeouts, 3 runs on 3 hits, 4 walks. 81 pitches. So Cook now 0 for 2. A good breaking ball there from Mann as he drops it in for a strike. So Halverson out at first base. He and Mann switch spots. Mann now on the mound, dealing to the Cornbelters. That pitch misses up and in. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike to the Harris Stowe Hornet, Will Menendez. Playing first base, primarily a third baseman. Playing the other corner infield spot here today, hitting sixth. The 1-1 from Mann is chopped foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 offering to Menendez is chopped foul once again. So the count stays at 1-2 to Will Menendez after a couple of foul balls. Battling here against Luke Mann with 1 away, nobody on. The 1-2 delivery. Fouled away. Boy, Menendez putting together some good at-bats these last couple days. Battling with 2 strikes. Count stays at 1-2. Facing Luke Mann, no runners on. 1 away, a swing and a miss in the dirt. Gets away from Deal momentarily. He'll toss on to first base for the second out. So Menendez is retired for the first time here this afternoon. So now Desmond Woods, 2 outs, nobody on. Here in the 6th. Desi 0 for 1 on the day with a sac fly, an RBI. A good breaking ball there from Mann. He drops in that pitch for strike 1. Woods trying to extend the inning to Drew Mize, who picked up a base hit his last time up. The 0-1 in the dirt. Desi now 4 runs driven in on the summer after that sac fly. And a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 from Luke Mann. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen. Mann looking for a 1-2-3-6 to try to turn things over to his offense. Cavemen trail at 3-2. 2 RBI single for Jake Berger with 2 outs in the 5th. Put the Cornbelters on top. The 1-2 up and away. Luke Mann has worked a full inning so far. He's retired all 3 men he's faced. Trying to make it 4. The 2-2 coming to Desmond Woods. Inside. Breaking ball just backed up on him. Full count here to Woods. He's worked it full. 7th pitch coming here to Desi. The 3-2. Outside corner, caught him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts. For Mann, he's retired all 4 men he's faced out of the bullpen. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 Cornbelters. Cavemen coming to bat here on Car Shield Collegiate League TV. Mitch Daniels, Caden Deal, Andy Bunton, 5, 6, 7. For the Cavemen, they'll face a new arm out there for the Cornbelters. After 5 strong innings by Ben Kowalski, Cole Schrader takes over. He'll make his 6th appearance. Last time we saw him was against these same Cavemen back on Monday, worked a scoreless inning. The first pitch from Schrader is a ball upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Daniels 0 for 2 on the day, popped out in the second and hit a line drive to left field that turned into a double play to end the 3rd inning. For Kowalski, 5 innings, 86 pitches, 6 strikeouts, did walk 6. Gave up 4 hits and held the Cavemen to just 2 earned runs. He got a couple double plays that helped him out. One off the bat of this guy, Mitch Daniels. 2 balls, no strikes. Schrader working from the stretch. The 2-0. Upstairs 3-0. Cole Schrader headed to Missouri State. At a CBC high school, 6'1", 180 pounds as he fires on a strike right there. Ranked as the top prep left-handed pitcher in Missouri in the class of 2020. Actually, rather the class of 2019. He was a freshman at Missouri State this spring. .25 earned run average his junior year at CBC. The 3-2 to Daniels is hitting the left field, and Daniels has a leadoff base hit. The tying run is on base.
Daniels seeing the ball pretty well today. If you can remember back earlier in this ball game, hit and run was put on. Daniels was at the plate, and Halverson was on the mound, and he just smoked the ball to left field. It was caught on the run by the left fielder, but at the time, you thought Daniels might get that baseball down. Instead, this time he sees same pitch, same spot, drives a different spot left field.
So he picks up a leadoff base hit. Tyler Headcamp will pinch run for Daniels, representing the tying run. So Schrader has to work around a leadoff base runner, trying to preserve the W for Kowalski. 5 strong innings for Kowalski. He gives way to the left-hander Schrader. The 1-0 upstairs. Schrader falling behind the first couple hitters he faces. Craig McGee starts to throw down there for the Cornbelters. 2-0 pitch coming here from the left-hander Schrader. Short lead at first by Headcamp. 3-0. He fell behind Daniels 3-0, came back to run it full to 3-2, and then surrendered the base hit. 5 hits on the day for the Cavemen, 3 for the Cornbelters. 3-3-1 for the Cornbelters, 2-5-0 for the Cavemen. And he walked him on 4 pitches. Deal is on base for the second time. And the tying run moves into scoring position, and the go-ahead run is on base. And Mike Berger will go have a word with Mr. Schrader. And he'll give McGee some time to get loose down there in the pen. So Schrader surrendered the leadoff base hit to Daniels. Then a 4-pitch walk to Caden Deal. Deal's on base for the second time. Daniels out at second base. He's 1 for 3. Control has been an issue for Schrader this summer, coming into play. 20 walks in 14 innings. Has struck out 20 batters. That's a good number, but the 20 walks is concerning. Just 1 walk his last 2 outings, the last couple innings. So trying to find it here in the 6th and preserve a Cornbelters lead. Andy Bunton squares around to bunt, and he gets down a beautiful bunt down the third base line, a bunt base hit for Andy Bunton.
We've been talking about Andy Bunton the last couple of days and just how he's the little guy on the field but not afraid to do the little things to get your team in the position to win. Yesterday, had an at-bat where he had a fastball in the outside corner and didn't really know what to do with it. A lot of kids wouldn't know what to do with it, but Andy Button just takes it where his pitch, hits it through that 4-hole. Same thing right there. You just lay down a bunt.
So now the base is loaded. Nobody out for Brendan Clausen. Andy Bunton does his name justice with a beautiful bunt base hit. I'm sure that's not the first time he's gotten that.
But you have mentioned we haven't seen that many bunts. Small ball not, really in the game here.
So now base is juiced for Brendan Claus and a swing and a miss. So Bunton now 3 for 3 with 3 base hits. He's got half of the Cavemen hits. No balls, 2 strikes to Claus. The 0-2, foul back. A couple of base hits and a walk in the inning have loaded the bases. Craig McGee continues to get hot down there for the Cornbelters.
Close ball game here. Cornbelters have a lead, but it could quickly be erased.
Count stays at 0-2. Corners in, infield and middle infield and double play depth. Swing and a miss, fooled him on a breaking ball, and a massive strikeout there for Schrader. Now a double play can get him out of the inning, with still hanging on to the lead. Colin Turnbow, the 9th place hitter, in charge of keeping the line moving. 1 away now. Bases still loaded. First pitch. Hit to third. Berger a dive. It gets into left field. 1 run's going to score. They'll hold deal at third base. And Colin Turnbow delivers a big RBI base hit to make it 3-3.
Got a tied ball game, folks.
Every time these two teams get together, it seems like 1-run, 2-run, tied ball games. Every single time these two teams get together. So an RBI for Colin Turnbow. Give him a couple RBIs on the day. And he reaches base for the 3rd time. His first hit, he walked the first 2 times he was at the plate. Now Danny Sperling will get his 4th at-bat of the day. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. The first pitch. Breaking ball missed down and away.
And if you think about it, Sperling's 1 for 3. He's had an okay day, but the meat of this order, 2, 3, 4, hasn't done all that well. They are combined 0 for 7.
Sperling skies that one high up in the air and foul and out of play. As he lost the elbow guard from his right elbow, he'll slap that back on.
Point being, Schrader might be through the hard part of this order today for the Cavemen because the bottom of the order has been the run producers.
Turnbow with a couple of RBIs. Sperling's driven in the other one. And that's chopped slowly to first. Menendez slips and falls and lets it go foul. Wow, smart play there by Menendez. A run was going to score. I think he initially slipped but then realized, I wish I probably let this ball go. Not sure if he was intentionally letting it go from the start or if he just slipped, but hey, it's a foul ball.
What's going on with the turf today? We got guys slipping and sliding all over the field.
We had a piece of turf come up on the mound.
Seen a guy fall down over at third. That's a heads-up play, though.
Letting that ball go. A run's going to score on that play if he touches that in fair territory. Instead, it's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 from Schrader. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Sperling goes down on strikes for the 2nd out, and Schrader 1 out away from keeping this ball game tied. Boy, what a matchup we got here. Luke Mann will step in with the bases loaded, 2 away, tie ball game, bottom of the 6th. So this game will be decided by the bullpens now. Kowalski can no longer earn the W. The first pitch to Mann is in the dirt, blocked by Cook.
Got the go-ahead run over there at third base. Luke Mann's just got to find a hole somewhere, and boy, are there plenty. Big, big opportunity in right center field. Nice alley over there in left as well.
If he can get one in the right center field gap, might clear the bases. The 1-0 from Schrader. Breaking ball painted the outside corner. That's a good pitch on a 1-0 count.
Yeah, 1-0 count right there. You don't think if you're man that the pitcher's going to throw you backwards, so you're probably sitting fastball.
Does he double up on it here? 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases juiced. Went with the fastball and missed high. He's missed high with that fastball quite a bit. Desmond Woods playing man to pull severely in right field. He's well towards the line. Big gap in right center. The other outfielder straight away. The 2-1. Sprayed foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Schrader 1 strike away from keeping this ball game tied. Gave up the RBI base hit to Colin Turnbow. He's driven in a couple of runs now. Reached on a bases loaded walk and picked up an RBI back in the second. He stands at first base. Andy Bunton at second. He picked up a bunt single. Caden Dio reached on a walk. He's at third. The 2-2 coming from Cole Schrader to Luke Mann. Outside, full count.
Nowhere to put him.
Nowhere to put him. Go ahead run on third base. Full count, 2 away. Runners will be off. Any ball in the gap will probably clear the bases.
Got to think too big of a spot not to go fastball here. You just wonder where the location's going to be.
Can Schrader make a good pitch here, or can Mann come through with a go-ahead RBI? Here it comes. Swinging a ground ball through the right side, a base hit. One run's going to score. Bunton comes around third. He's going to score. 2 RBI knock for Luke Mann, and the Cavemen lead it 5-3.
Said Luke Mann's been having a rough day, and I did that on purpose right before that at-bat because you always know as a broadcaster, you say somebody's having a rough day or you say somebody's having a good day, the opposite's going to happen. And for Luke Mann being a Mizzou guy, you just love this for him. An opportunity to win this ball game for his team, and Seth Halverson picks up his teammate Seth Halverson.
And how about maybe picking up the win for himself? He's on the mound right now, and he might have just given himself a W. We'll find out.
Isn't that pretty cool, though?
To do it, give yourself a W.
And 2 teammates doing it together as well.
Caveman looking for more still with Halverson at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Massive 2-out RBI knock for Luke Mann to make it 5-3 Cavemen. The Cornbelters walked off the Cavemen back on Monday, and the Cavemen come through with some late-inning magic here to take the lead off Cole Schrader. Wasn't a bad pitch there from Schrader. He got a ground ball, but just snuck through the 3-4 hole, and a couple RBIs for Mann. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Halverson. The pitch. Breaking ball skied in the air and foul, not a play. For Mann now, gave him 20 runs batted in on the summer. The 1-2 coming to Seth Halverson. Fouled out of play. We'll try it again. Halverson, a couple of walks, couple of stolen bases, 0 for 1 on the day so far. The 8th Caveman hitter to come to the plate in this 6th inning. 3 runs already. The 1-2 upstairs. Schrader up over 30 pitches in this inning, trying to get this final out. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, 2 runners on. The 2-2. Up high. Schrader just cannot put these Cavemen away here in the 6th. You would assume this might be Schrader's last hitter, whether he gets this out or not. Luke Mann will be off from first base. The 3-2 from Cole Schrader. Skied, foul, and out of play once again.
Yeah, Mann at first base. A pitcher himself does realize that you got a lefty on the mound, so you got to make sure he's coming to the plate 3-2 and not trying to deke you and get you out at first base.
Another 3-2 coming from Schrader. Mann will be off once again. And that's hit foul again. Schrader cannot put Halverson away. Three balls, 2 strikes. Another full count offering coming from Schrader. Mann will be off from first for the third time. There he goes. The 3-2, check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't.
That's a good call.
Third walk of the day for Halverson, and the bases are loaded once again. And Berger's going to stick with Schrader for now, trying to get this final out. As McGee starts the throw once again.
Another guy is trying to break out of a slump here. Markey, 2 strikeouts and a pop-up. He's got some stuff he wants to do here.
Cavemen have now batted around in this 6th inning. Schauenberg, the 9th man to come to the plate.
And you want to see him be aggressive. You got a guy who's walked a bunch of guys, fastball in or third. That's Markey's sweet spot.
Bases loaded, 2 away. The 0-1 from Schrader. Went with the breaking ball and just missed off the inside corner.
Boy, that looked like a good pitch.
That looked pretty good from up here. Schrader, a couple of walks in this inning. The 1-1 is popped up on the infield. Drew Mize will put that away, but 3 runs come across for the Cavemen. They take a 5-3 lead as we head to the 7th inning. Final chance for the Cornbelters in the top of the 7th. We'll have a new pitcher for the Cavemen. We'll tell you about him right after this. A safe situation. 5-3 Cavemen here on Car Shield Collegiate League TV. Top of the 7th coming up. Save situation for Preston Burnett. He'll try to close things out. Luke Mann currently in line for the victory if Burnett can hold on. And Mann gave the Cavemen the lead with a 2 RBI base knock with the bases loaded and 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. 5-3 Cavemen. Drew Mize leads things off for the Cornbelters. And he looks at a ball from Preston Burnett. 1 ball, no strikes. Mize, Nivens in the top of the order. DJ Schmidt. The 1-0 from the Harris Stowe right-hander, Burnett. In the dirt, 2 balls, no strikes.
You got a 2-run lead here if you're Burnett. You got to fill up the zone. You got to be willing to attack these hitters, and especially this part of this Cornbelters lineup, bottom 2 and then top of 1. You want to face the minimum here.
Looking for a stress-free top of the 7th. The 2-0. He's throwing 3 straight balls to Drew Mize. Spencer Nivens on deck. Mize 1 for 2 with a base hit and a strikeout today. Just 3 hits for the Cornbelters. The 3-0. Right down Main Street for a strike. Three balls and 1 strike now to Drew Mize. And Burnett kicks and deals. And he walked him. A leadoff walk here in the 7th, and now the tying run comes to the plate. Not the start Preston Burnett or manager Will Bradley was hoping for. Nivens 0 for 2 on the day, has scored a run though, reached on a fielder's choice. And scored on the Berger base hit back in the 5th. The first pitch from Burnett to Nivens is a strike right down the middle. No balls, 1 strike to Nivens. The pitch from Burnett. Swing and a foul tip into the catcher's glove. No balls, 2 strikes. Just a reminder this evening, Eagles Gyms at 5:30, Falcons Hoots to follow. 3 games, full day of baseball here today. Then another doubleheader on Friday. 0-2 the count, Burnett sets. Long set and deals the 0-2. That's hit slowly to third, broken bat. Bunton to second for 1, on to first, not in time. The fielder's choice, 5-4. Bunton to Kiffer, the new second baseman, for out number 1. So some changes for the Cavemen. Tyler Headcamp now playing left field. He pinch ran for Daniels. Seth Halverson now in right field. Luke Mann at first base. Connor Kiffer came into the ball game for Brendan Claus. He is at second. Colin Turnbow slides over to short. So it's now Headcamp, Sperling, and Halverson. Bunton, Turnbow, Kiffer, and Mann. And Deal still catching Preston Burnett. Leadoff hitter DJ Schmidt now with a runner on first base. Nivens, good speed on first. And that pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Deal, and he scoops it up quickly to keep Nivens from advancing. Nivens, blazing speed on first base. DJ Schmidt, the top of the order. 0 for 3 day for him so far, a couple of strikeouts. The 1-0, fouled straight back. He knew he missed a good pitch to hit right there, and a 1-0 count. Got a fastball, just missed it.
Wouldn't Burnett love a ground ball right now? Get out of this one and walk it on home.
That's what he's hoping for. Schmidt runs fairly well down the line. With he and Nivens going to be tough to turn too, but if it's hit hard enough, the double play combination of Turnbow and Kiffer can turn it. The 1-1. Outside, Schmidt laid off.
And you're really going to want to go after Schmidt here because got Matheny waiting on deck, and then in the hole, Jake Berger. And Berger already seeing the ball well here in the later innings. That 2 RBI single is what originally put the Cornbelters on top 3-2.
Matheny walked off the Cavemen a few days ago. He awaits on deck. The 2-1 is skied in the air. Boy, this will be a big out. Colin Turnbow puts it away for the second out. And now Tate Matheny comes to the plate representing the tying run. So Schmidt 0 for 4. A couple of strikeouts, a ground out, now a pop out. Final chance if you're going to get down to your final chance, you want these two guys up at the plate, Tate Matheny, and if he can get on, Jake Berger awaits on deck.
Matheny's got the ability to tie this ball game up with one swing of the bat.
He's launched 7 baseballs over the wall this summer, and he skies that one on the first pitch, and this should do it. Seth Halverson near the track makes the catch, and the Cavemen emerge victorious 5-3, a 3-spot put up by them in the bottom of the 6th. 2 scoring on the go-ahead base hit by Luke Mann, and he delivers the go-ahead RBIs and earns himself the victory on the mound as well. Preston Burnett closes down the game with the save. 5-3 your final here on CarShield Collegiate League TV. We'll be back for 2 games later this evening. First one at 5:30. Eagles and Gems get things started, and then Falcons Hoots in the nightcap. We'll have a different stream for you then. Hopefully we'll see you then, or we'll see you out at the ballpark as well. We'll hope to see you either way. We'd love to see you at the ballpark, but if you can't make it, be right back here on YouTube at 5:30. For Cam Thomas and Charlie Bornoff, I'm Shane Holsey. We'll see you in about 3 hours for the second game of 3 this afternoon. 5:30, Eagles and Gems get things started in the doubleheader tonight. Falcons Hoots to follow.